Hello and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot for this Ophiuchus energy reading. Let's hit the bell. I'm working with the Good Tarot, the Sacred Traveler Oracle, and the African Goddess Rising Oracle in a combo to pull your message today. And today we're going to start out with Noonday with the Truth. It's card number 34. 3 is Empress energy, 4 is Emperor energy, and because they're coming out together, this is giving me very much a union in yourself with the divine feminine, divine masculine, which is helping you to see your reflection clearly. Yeah, she's sitting next to the waters, which is talking to me about sitting with the feelings, sitting with the emotions that you're holding, and then being able to see your truth clearly. That's your first energy out. Okay, so you see your truth. What else for Ophiuchus energy? Anywhere in your birth chart. This is a timeless reading. Some of you are just interested in somebody else with Ophiuchus. Let's see what we have. It says 𝓜𝓸𝓷𝓮𔂂 with resistance. Card number 22. Okay. 22 is a master builder energy. Thank you. And with the word resistance, they just show me like the resistance in the situation is like the weights in the gym. The resistance to accept the truth that you've seen, it helps you to, as you process it, you actually will find greater strength, greater power, and even greater wisdom. I'm hearing greater wisdom in it. And it's like the way she's got her hands up and they're all holding different things, but they're holding out to the sides is showing me like opposites, the different facets on the opposite sides of a diamond. Okay. All right. So you've seen your truth. And once you do, there can totally be some resistance to accepting it. That resistance is, I'm hearing it's beneficial. It could take you a minute to process this truth. Let me see. We have interesting that it came in reverse because I don't have anything in reverse in the deck. I didn't put them in there in reverse, did I? Hold on, let me just see if I can find that one just to confirm. Yeah, no, they're not in reverse in there. They're all upright. Okay, cool. Because this faraway places came out in reverse and says, get ready for new horizons. So what this is telling me in reverse is like, there's something here about you could be nervous about these changes. It's taking you to that discomfortable zone, which is awesome because that's where all your dreams live, right there in the zone of discomfort. Yeah, if you're not willing to be uncomfortable, you're going to be missing a lot of opportunities for yourself. You have a few more cards falling out. We're going to take the one off the top. It's Ngame with desire. It's card number 8. And that's giving me strength card energy. Okay. There's this arrow. The moon, it forms a bow, and the arrow of desire shooting straight from the solar plexus chakra. Desire actually comes from the sacral chakra. So and they're showing me, and she pulled it up from there. As she pulls the bow back, they're showing me that she pulled back from the sacral chakra into the solar plexus chakra when she lets it go. Okay. So again, it's saying your desire is going to take you to somewhere that is uncomfortable, someplace that you have not been before, someplace that you have not known. And that is normal. They want you to understand that that's normal. That's how this works. Okay, what else can you show me for Ophiuchus? And then we have this 9 of air energy coming out. To spread your wings. Your wings are spread. And because it's the suit of air, it's giving me like you have this idea, this more expansive idea for yourself, but she's still standing on this rock. She's not yet flying. She's standing on a rock. So standing on some sort of stability and letting your mind play in the energy. And then the swirling art of the birds around, there's like doves, white doves swirling around her. It's like more ideas come in. So you realize the truth. There's resistance. Any resistance is there, it must be coped with, faced, dealt with, broken through. This takes you into this uncomfortable zone. So doing something or being somewhere, being something that you didn't really you probably didn't see that for yourself at some point. But there's a desire. There's a desire in your this 9 of air is giving me, you're getting yourself mentally I heard mentally prepared for the attainment. Okay, good. And then we have Marie Laveau with good juju, card number 7, which is overcoming the challenges and the obstacles with the chariot energy there. She sits in front of her throne. She's working her magic. Okay, and then this with the resistance and the 4 arms, okay, goes and turns into this image we see here with Marie Laveau, where it is the two opposites become more defined. So there's more awareness, there's more understanding, instead of just hope with the stars that were there with the resistance card. In the good juju card, it's more filled in. And I'm hearing and understanding both sides. So understanding both sides of the table. She's got a book in her hand. So it's like you have been facing some truth about yourself and you're coming into getting a better understanding of it. You could be getting this from some studies that you're doing, literally reading books, or you could be doing some journaling about yourself, about the feelings of resistance that come up. If you haven't been, that could be highly beneficial to help you work this through if you don't feel like you're all the way quite there yet. But I do see like the energy of whatever this was, the truth that been hard to incorporate. I'm hearing the word incorporate into your reality is becoming more clearly defined. And I'm hearing the word accepted. Okay. And then we have the 4 of earth coming out next for you, OPHIUCHUS. And this is talking about grounding. Okay, this is talking about connecting with the earth, connecting with Gaia, and your heart. I'm hearing in your heart to ground the energy and solidify it into physical reality. And it's showing me gathering the etheric energies to make it real. I see you spending time in nature to do this. I see you spending time alone to do this. I see that this is not anything that another person could do for you. This is something you have to do for yourself. So you had this realization of a truth about yourself. You realize how far away you were from that truth. It's almost like, how the hell did I end up here when I'm supposed to be way over there? Type of a realization, right? Like, I thought I was going this way. This is almost like somebody got on the highway, headed in the wrong direction, and by the time they realize that they've gotten so many miles down the road, it's like, okay, we got to backtrack. In that backtracking, it's like there's some uncomfortability. You're like, boy, I've never done this before, type of thing. And then there's this, while you're backtracking, in other words, while you're repassing or reconsidering ideas that you thought were your truth, ideas that you thought were your identity, ideas that you thought were your desire, there's this attunement that happens. There's this recalibration. There's this change. It's like, oh, this is where you decide, like, you know what? I'm never going to let myself get this far. You know what? I'm just going to start using my GPS. I'm going to start using my GPS because they're showing me like you weren't using your GPS before. And when I say GPS, I'm not talking about Siri on your phone, although yes, that is a GPS. And if you thought you knew the route and you ended up going the wrong way, well, that might be a dang good idea. However, the way it's coming through today is the emotional GPS. When you didn't understand the emotional GPS system and that what feels like crap is because it's shit. So you shouldn't go that way. Flush it. And then what feels like bliss, do more of this. This is what you were reaching for. Understanding that simple operation of the mechanics of the way the human body and energy works. Okay, using that, one of the things that you derive is it's time to get grounded. You're like, you know what? I need to reconnect. I need to turn my GPS on. I need to turn on my emotional GPS, which it's always actually on, but it's like it's running in the background and you just were not aware of its function. It's like with that book with the good juju card, reading the manual for the emotional GPS system. And so getting the understanding of how emotions work, what they're meant to do. They're more than just a feeling. Those feelings are very indicative of guidance for yourself, self-guidance. I always say that your emotional GPS is going to be one of your strongest self-guidance. And that's not to say that it's not sometimes going to take you to some very unpleasant experiences, but if it does, the way you go through those experiences and process the experiences, and then again are willing to look at what truth they show you about you, what the reflection is that you see, the more it's like you completely, I'm hearing, obliterate the energies that drew you into those unpleasant situations in the first place. Okay, but you can't obliterate it by acting like it does not exist, is what I'm hearing. And so that's what a lot of people do. They have an unpleasant feeling, they run from it. Anything but that. I don't want to feel like that. I get it. I understand. I've done it. But it wasn't until I stopped running from the unpleasant feeling, started facing the unpleasant feeling with the understanding of the mechanics of what feelings are meant to do, that I was able to actually make major breakthroughs and major progress in my own energy. And that's what you're being guided to here, Ophiuchus. So for these next cards, I want to look at the situation in regards to you. Okay, and here's you. You're coming through as surrender with Iset. It's card number 44, which is a card number 44. 44 is the rare healer energy. 44 is a rare healer energy. So I love this, which is telling me like you're surrendering to where you're at. You are surrendering to where you're at. And it's interesting the way this image is speaking to me. You're a very powerful being, and you can have somebody around you that you know is not a permanent fixture in your life, but they keep showing up. They keep coming to you. So clearly, you know, if like attracts like, according to universal laws, there's a reason that it keeps coming to you. There's a reason this person keeps showing up in your experience. And so rather than trying to push it away, I heard because what you resist persists, but what you embrace, you can erase. Rather than trying to push it, because it must exist. As long as you're pushing on something, you have conscious awareness of it. Therefore, it must exist in your experience. Okay. And so in this case, you're like, okay, if this is what's real, show me what else I need to know about it. It's like being willing to look at the other facets of it. We spoke about the facets of the diamond being held at opposite ends. It's like, so you're able to, in this experience, by embracing it, you could get up close to it, spin it around, see the other sides of it, see the other perspectives of it. If I'm having this experience with this one, it keeps coming after me, and I've tried to reject it, and it doesn't work. And yet it keeps coming back to me, and it keeps coming back to me. Then in this case, it's like, forget it. Okay, what else is there for me to see in this? Because clearly running from it, burying it, pushing it under the rug is not working. So I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to embrace the fact that it's here. May not be the most pleasant thing that I want to do, but there's this awakening energy in it. There's a stimulation happening in your energy when you surrender to the position that you're in, to the experience that you're having. And I'm hearing dig deep, delve into it, explore it. What else does it have to teach you? If it's happening in your experience, it's happening for a reason. People say it all the time, and then they get so upset about every little thing that happens. And Spirit is like, yeah, if you could, instead of getting so upset about every little thing that happens, explore, why is this beneficial for me? Because the universe is constantly in your favor. A bit of pronoia would be beneficial for you, which is the opposite of paranoia. So instead of thinking everything is against you, realizing that actually the universe is conspiring in your favor. And sometimes it goes through the hard lessons. So let me see the energy on the other side of the table and your experience, Ophiuchus. What do we have? You have the Six of Earth. Okay. Six of Earth, which is showing up here with this deer, this buck deer with big old horns. Six of Pentacles energy. Again, this is somebody who cares a lot more than you do. This is could be an earth sign for some of you. You can have an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn over there. But this is somebody who is giving a lot more time and investment to this situation than you are. Like I said, you have tried to push it away. You tried to push it away. No, I don't want to see you. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to participate. But yet and still, they keep coming at you. So you're like, okay, fine. All right. So let me see, what's the purpose of this connection right now? There's a purpose in your life for this connection that is mutual with the purpose for the other person. I'm hearing the point where you align, and it's grief. Okay, card number 29. Okay. Somebody is 29 years old, but the grief, pain. So you could be totally having a trauma bond with this person. And that's one reason why you reject them. There's something about them. It could be related to mothers or childhood or pregnancy or what you would like to create but haven't been able to accomplish. There's some grief. There's some sadness. And I'm getting like you try to bury it. Oh, somebody here, So I hear somebody's put on a lot of weight in their gut because of they've been consuming their grief. They've been consuming their pain, trying to sweep it under the rug. Has you've been wondering, why has my weight been going up? Why have I gotten so thick around the middle? Well, that's because your grief has been like putting itself in your face. Okay. Whatever this pain you've been holding on to has been begging for addressing because it wants to be released. You want to release it. You want to heal it, but you're not willing. A lack of willingness to do that is stifling an energy point in you. And we did talk about the solar plexus chakra and the sacral chakra, which is why it's coming around your waist, because that's where those center energy points are. Okay. And then, so this person has something like that. Now, they don't know it. It's not like they know that y'all have a trauma bond. They don't know that y'all have common pain. They don't understand that you have common grief. However, their energy does. And that's why they're drawn to you like a moth to a flame, like a magnet. What happens when the moth hit the flame? It dies. There's this energy where this person's soul has identified within your soul a place where you guys can come together, process some experiences, process your perspectives, and then have major life transformations. So this is what is the common energy with this person. And this could, again, I'm seeing like this would totally be exactly why you've tried to reject this energy, because something inside of you knows that this is a major life change. I'm hearing, and the ego death isn't really a death. What it is a transformation. And in this case, the resistance that you've seen has totally been like, no, that hurts. I don't want to do that. But it's like, who? Thank you. Rumi said, the wound is where the light enters. It's like, once you go into that pain and understand it and process it, and you have the perfect co-creator for that here in this experience with the Six of Earth energy, somebody who has enough of similarity that in this experience, in the interaction with this person, you're going to become more aware about where the pain lies within you, why it's there, and how to release it. And it's all trying to show you, again, a truth about yourself, a truth about yourself that becomes very clear and transparent through the connection with another. So what is it about yourself that you're looking to see? What you most need to know in this? And we have card number 26, sacred lust. Okay. And then in this, I see this is about either, I feel like, wow. So first off, I want to say sexual healing, but there's this attraction with you and this person stimulating you. It's almost like you have rejected your own physical desires. Like you've rejected sexuality, you've rejected physical admiration of your sexual being. Like you are a beautiful sexual being. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. Somewhere along the lines from something that happened in your life, you got a very negative view of sexual and intimate interactions. And what they're showing me is like it it's not meant to stay that way. It's not meant to stay that way. As a matter of fact, sexuality is one of the, if not the very most effective way when it's done in a reverent way, in authenticity. In other words, reverent way in this case meaning an authentic way. So where there's authentic attraction and lust, which you could have been denying yourself, right? It helps you to touch a vibration, a frequency, okay, within yourself that's going to align you with so much more of what you wanted to see, of what you wanted to understand. So there's somebody here who's got the hots for you, is basically what I'm seeing. Let me see what's the guidance. The guidance is crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Yes. Okay. So again, like you could have totally shut down from sexually connecting with other people. You could have been celibate for some time. What's at the bottom? We have my giving and receiving with number 10. Okay, at the bottom. So yeah, you could have felt, as I see where in the past you had possible. I want to pull some more cards, but I'm seeing it intuitively where you had some experiences in the past that had caused you to completely withdraw from interacting with other people because it's like you felt like you were giving too much, you weren't getting enough. You noticed that people were only around for sexual favors, stuff like that. But now in this energy, there's it's like it's more reciprocal. It's more reciprocal, and it's okay. Like sex is a normal part of life. None of us would be here without it. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing none of us would be here without it. Oh, this was totally not the deck I was going for, but I guess this is the one that wants to be used. We're going to use it. Native American Spirit Tarot, the Native Spirit Tarot. So some of you might be Native. Identify with that because I was reaching for a completely different deck, and this is the one that we've got. So, and I do see some of these cards. So we have reversals in this deck, just to let you know in advance. Do not jump to conclusions about what the reversals mean. I'm not a textbook reader, so my reversals could totally be different. But I see, like, in this situation, it's almost like you've denied yourself physical pleasure for so long. And for some of you, this isn't solely about sexual connections. This is about your belief in the, I'm hearing viability and in the well-being that you can sustain in being wealthy. For some of you, this sex energy is not about sex or physical connections. Some of you it's about wealth, and some of you it's about both. Okay? So I see both of those energies here. I do see good fortune coming your way as things become clearer for you, but I also see like there's someone in your experience. Is it is this where this person has more wealth and so they could be a little bit intimidating because you feel the difference in your financial status? Is this a situation where somebody has more sexual attraction to you, and that could be a little bit stressful for you because of the fact that you don't feel quite the same, or that you're not wanting to explore what you feel because you've been burned when you've done it before? And then even if the sexual attraction is the same, you're just like, I don't think I want to do that because, I got all into exploring sexual connection before and I've been burned. So I'm hearing vowed off of that. So be careful about making them vows of what you will and won't do, because Whoo, does the universe love to test you, baby? All right, let me see the surrender card on your side of the table. Remember, let me see, what do we have? We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is about overcoming betrayal for you. This is about overcoming betrayal, overcoming the backstabbing. So I'm totally seeing where, like I said, you have had some experiences, as everybody who lives on planet Earth has, where you gave in to some things in the past and that didn't feel so good. And you felt like, dang, it was an act of self betrayal. I should have stood my ground. I never should have got that close to that person. I never should have invested in it. Okay, let me see more. The devil card, yeah, about sex, yeah, betrayals, about sexual connections and financial, okay, as well. The magician in the reverse, because there's been manipulations, there's been manipulators, people would take advantage. You could have felt like you were under some sort of curse, that everybody you had sex with was just gonna be a bad deal, okay. And then we have the Page of Coins coming out also in reverse. And it's like, yeah, so again, this is a big confirmation of everything I've already said, where it's like, yeah, you don't this girl is crazy, because on the devil card, these cards are so dark, but maybe you can see it. We have a wagon going off into the night, and there's a girl sitting at the back of the wagon. She's got her hands tied behind her back, and then the devil is driving her away. So there's this energy, like somebody could have told you could have totally experienced some sexual abuse, manipulations with the sexual partner. I'm getting like it made you lose. This Page of Coins in reverse is telling me it made you lose some of your innocence. Yeah, like you used to look at things just like, oh, that's fun. You used to just be very sexually free, explorative, may and where it applies to finances, because I'm seeing those two subjects. I'm seeing sex and money. And so where it applies to finances is like, somewhere in the past you got caught up in a situation where somebody manipulated you to get money out of you, and then it was just, you just dealt with big loss. Okay, this has already happened in the past. The problem with that is that it's got you in this, I hate what I'm about to say, but I'm hearing it's a sort of a victimization mode in which you are not wanting to try anymore. So what happened? The dark forces, dark energies, dark entities, dark fucking beings came through your life. They showed you some shit you don't like, okay, which could be the path, like Rumi said, the wound is where the light enters, right? But you haven't been willing up until now, even possibly even when you're watching this reading, to explore it anymore, which just means that you're not going to find the light. You're not going to find the light. You can't let somebody that don't know what to do with you make you get off the path of what you wanted for yourself. There's something here you wanted for yourself. And that's why the devil energy shows up, because there's somewhere where you have a desire, and it's like trying to fulfill it externally, trying to get something on the outside to fulfill that desire, but that doesn't work. All that does is get you caught up. Okay. So that's what I see with the surrender on your side. It's like, listen, the stuff from the past, it happened. It did happen, but it wasn't for just to hurt you. It wasn't for because you did something bad in a past life and now you gotta pay. It wasn't. It definitely wasn't to keep you stuck. It was to show you something. Okay, so now you have this enter new person, enter someone else, six of earth, who keeps trying to come around. Somebody who just keeps trying to come around, and you've resisted them. Now you're in this position where you're like, fuck, maybe I should just surrender to it. Okay. Or you've decided, I've totally, you know what? Clearly they're not going away. What you resist persists. What you embrace, you can erase. Let me embrace this and just see what it do. All right, Six of Earth. Show me more with the Six of Earth. Again, for some of you, it's a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn on the other side of the table in your experience. Whatever zodiac sign they are, they're showing up now as the Lovers. Okay, cool. I like that, because when the Lovers energy shows up in the Rider-Waite system, the Lovers card and the Devil card, oh, they look totally the same in the outline, you know. But when you look at the details, they're very different. So this is an attraction that is triggering you, devil card energy, about losses in the past, But this is an attraction that's coming in the light of day, baby. In other words, the divine has orchestrated a connection for you and has sent somebody into your life. Okay, show me more. The sun in reverse. Because there are some things that are in front of you, but you haven't noticed them yet. It's in reverse. It's saying because you haven't noticed it yet. Okay, a level of happiness, innocence, purity, connection, pure connection. There's pure connection here. You haven't noticed it. Okay. What else? We have the tower. This is the act of God. Okay. And this is also, so this connection is going to break down false beliefs. Anywhere where you've been believing like there's no such thing as real love. Everybody's out to get something. Everybody's just trying to manipulate each other. Those are not true. Are you that way? I heard, are you that way? If you're that way, then you could totally have been experiencing everybody that way. And even if you're not that way, you could totally still experience some of that. However, everybody is not that way because you're not that way. And maybe even if you are that way, I'm not really that way. You know what I'm saying? And I know other people that's not like that. Everybody's not out to get something from you. Yes, there's a interchange, but it's not like people are all gonna be lying in your face. Some people are extremely transparent, and if you haven't met any, maybe there's a need for more transparency in yourself. But this situation with this person has been divinely guided to you with the lover's energy to show you some things that's gonna lead to more happiness for you, that's right in your face. And it's going to break down some false narratives that I heard that you keep retelling yourself, that keep recreating a situation that you don't want. Let me see. The final clarifier here is justice in reverse. Okay. Again, so this false belief that is showing you has something to do with, injustice. Again, being in victim mode. And one thing I want to say is all the clarifiers that came out for the other person's position are all major arcanas, which tells me this person is literally being drawn in by the divine. In other words, the universe and your higher self and this person's higher self all got together and had a whole conversation before you even came to planet Earth. And it was like a part of fate for you that you would meet this person. Now is your opportunity to step into the destiny of it all and do what you will with it. Like you can let it show you your greatness and show you the beauty and the love and the happiness that life has for you. Or you can miss the opportunity because you're afraid of what happened in the past. What I do know is in this guidance position, you have crossing bridges. It's time for healing. And this is why this connection is showing up here for you now. So that's what I have for you at this time. I'm so thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. If you would like more for yourself personally, the information is below the video. Thank you for the growth on the channel. Use all the buttons, do all the things. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. And I'm out.